Good evening, VV Nation, and welcome to the channel. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. Tuesday video. Oh, man, so much going on in the market. The Fed talk today said that he wasn't in a hurry to cut interest rates. We've got CPI and PCI numbers coming out. There's a lot going on in the market. So I think I wanted to at least focus on momentum stocks to play for the short term. I say short term, I'm looking at a few days to a couple of weeks. That's enough. That's more than enough with what's going on in the market right now. I think the market does have some momentum to the upside, more yellow in the color guard than there is red. But there's still a lot of trepidation. There's still a lot of, what's going to happen? So right now, I think the best place to be is in some potential good momentum plays. I'm going to walk you when to get in, when to get out. If you're already holding, when to get out. If the market is still moving up in your favor, when to get in. Here is my list of 5 stocks that I have for you that are momentum stocks. I'm going to try to give some semblance of what's going on behind them to give you why the momentum is going. But then I'm also going to try to walk you through real quick if there is possibilities right now, if you can get into them, or if you do own these, when to get out. KGC. Gold is on the rise, all right? I've got a graph here that shows our Huey, the gold bugs. Look at that. From this level of the low that took place on 12/30 of 2024, we've got the moving average crossovers on the moving average of the stop price. RT is still below 1, but nonetheless, mining stocks, gold still on the rise. Nice open day today. I like mining stocks. That takes care of KGC. Baba, a couple of things going on with Alibaba. They got the Quen AI assistant. Say it is better than DeepSeek. I think I can probably put out an AI that's better than DeepSeek at this particular point in time, but we'll see. All right, but Alibaba, and then Alibaba working with Apple, which I think is a great play to bring more AI phones to the China. To China. So Alibaba's on the move up about 2.5% today. Excuse me. You know, I like Tesla long term, but short term momentum play, I'm looking at TSLZ, TSLQ, either one of those to play Tesla to the downside. Again, these are momentum plays, not longer term plays. A couple of days to a couple of weeks, depending on what the market is doing. AT&T, Starlink. I think that collaboration with AT&T, they were on the Super Bowl saying that they're putting out, Starlink across their mobile networks. I think that that's a good thing for them. They're up about 1% today. Coca-Cola today beat earnings. And with the tariffs in play, they got a plan that if the tariffs kick over for aluminum, they're going to sell more soda, but just in plastic bottles. All right, so these are my momentum plays based upon what's going on. Again, I'm going to stress this. A couple of days to a couple of weeks, depending on what goes on in the market. I do think that the inflation numbers will affect the market. Will it be to the upside or will it be to the downside? I really, really don't know just quite yet, but there will be an effect. So these are momentum plays. Hey, just so that I've said this more than enough, if you understand how to trade these from a momentum perspective, just type the word momentum. I don't want, in the chat, I don't want anybody to think that, well, Glenn put this video out and he said, go buy these stocks and then, listen, I'm trying to protect you, trying to make you some money short term if the market gives it to you, but I want you to be protected. All right, so one more thing I want to show you about the momentum of these stocks. Look at the watch list average down below. I want to show you just how momentum-ish these are. 5 stocks, these 5 stocks, look at that. Given what the market's going through with all of the yellow in the color guard, now you understand why I singled these out from a momentum perspective. These 5 stocks are killing it. Let's go to the graph layouts, put this on a VectorVest layout. These graphs are killing it right now. These stocks are killing it. RT for the whole group of them is a bar above 1. I think that these are most likely going to be overvalued, but I'm going to stick that up in here real quick. What are they? Yeah, and they are overvalued. I figured that. I'm going to put out a video soon about how to find the best overvalued stocks in VectorVest. If you think that that is an interesting thing that I should do, type in the word overvalued. I'm going to show you, I can show you how to find the best overvalued stocks. There's a lot of them out there. The market, for the most part, is overvalued. But if you want to find the best way to find the best overvalued stocks, type the word overvalued in the chat. But this is the aggregate move of the 5 stocks in this watch list. They are truly momentum plays. So I've got one contra ETF in there, and it's because it's Tesla. Now, let's go track what I've done another video on these. Let's go to the portfolios. The name of the video was called Hottest Stocks to Buy. I'm going to rename this to Momentum Stocks. And as I need to put more stocks in here, I'm going to continue to give you momentum stocks to play. It's down today about 2%, but overall up 11.5% since 2/4. 7 calendar days, and this portfolio is up over 11%. Well, that's primarily because of SMCI. NVIDIA's in here, Palantir. As you can tell, that these are still all momentum stocks. The only stock that I added to keep a 5-stock portfolio was TSLZ. Spotify, when I put this in, it beat earnings. But every single one of these stocks that I'm looking at from a momentum perspective is making us money. Now, I did change the stop to manage these. Let's go to edit. My stop is using a trailing 10% stop. If the market continues to want to get iffy, I'll change it to a trailing 7% stop. One more thing. Let's go back to the viewers. Let's go graph these. If you own them, let me tell you wow, look at this. KGC, what I really like about this is that it's a stock in the list that's undervalued and valued is rising. I like this even longer term than short term. I like this even longer term than short term. Just putting that into perspective. But undervalued, value rising. Next one, Alibaba, Quen, the AI assistant, along with the collaboration with Apple to put more AI phones in China. Nicely moving higher. RT is above 1. It is overvalued. TSLZ, again, is on the rise. On the rise, and RT just went above 1. I like playing Tesla to the downside short term. It's hard to bet against Elon, though. Next one is AT&T with the Starlink information, new 3-month high. It is clearly overvalued, but I like that value is starting to rise right now, and RT is above 1. And last one is Coca-Cola. Interesting about Coca-Cola, they beat earnings. The forward guidance was okay. If you own Coca-Cola right now, let me give you an opportunity when to get. I'm going to go halfway through this gap. I'm looking at a value of about 65.81 as a means to get out of the stock. If you're in it or looking to get in it, I go 12 cents higher than the high. Same thing with the rest of these. 12 cents higher than the high. If you own it, I'll look at this most recent swing high as a level to get out. Let's go to the next one. TSLZ, I love that it broke through the most recent swing high. I'm looking at 5 cents higher than the high. RT is above 1. I think that this could be a really good play short term. Alibaba, if you're already in it, there's the most recent swing high. I'd use it as a level of support. If I'm not in it, I'm looking at 12 cents higher than the high. And the last stock, KGC, is killing it. I'm looking at 5 cents higher than the high. If you're already in it, here's a swing high. I'm looking at about 10.81. All right, there you go. So whether you're in them or whether you're looking to get into them, that's what we're looking for. So with all of that being said, folks, that's tonight's video. My momentum plays. These are short-term plays. Let's go see what the market brings us, trade what the market gives us. But I don't want you to get caught or blindsided. Make sure you have good, tight stops. Again, these are using a trailing 10%. Folks, this video is over. And until the next time, see ya. Yeah.